Colin was rambunctious. He really never crawled. He scooted, but he was fast. And that led right into, once he got to walking, chasing that little guy everywhere. So he was very, very active child. On December 21st, 2001, I noticed a lump on his right side. So I called the pediatrician right away. I think still, I feel the feeling of what that felt like, sitting in that chair and getting the diagnosis. And when they took us back to show us the CT scan, we were just in disbelief, because at that point we knew it was cancer, but it had spread. It was Wilms tumor, and that he was stage 4. He's a miracle. You talk to people today that were involved in our life at that time, nurses and doctors, the expectations were not who he is today at 19.
I'm not sure you know how to feel. I mean, it's you have so many things that are going through your mind, and we're a very faithful family, and I think that's how we got through a lot of it.
When I was on a different nonprofit board is when I really was starting to understand what late effects were. And the reason is I was on the board, and we were trying to find out ways to help these kids outside of after their treatment. And so my son, be it that we were struggling in school, academically, socially, I mean, very immediate. You could see Colin struggle. Body space was huge, impulse, just things that you think they'd be grown out of by his, those stages. Colin, they weren't changing.
They don't still understand what do these drugs do, because there's so many kids that are living now. But how do these drugs affect these kids in their teens and their young adults, and as they get older and have their own families?
It was 13 years of me pounding the pavement in Las Vegas, realizing that the services weren't here. And I was thinking of these other families that I know I'm not alone. These kids are being affected by these drugs. What are we doing? And they can't afford the things maybe that we could have. And so that's what sparked our interest in doing what we're, our goal is for this clinic, but also just knowing that how much it hurt us, how much we've suffered over the years because the help wasn't there. That's why this is so important, is that we could support something where these kids have a place to go, and these families to say, I have a place to get help. I don't have to go to a different state, and that has to bring comfort. What comfort it was for our son to be just treated here, because there was a lot of families years ago had to leave the state to be treated. So that's how I feel about long-term follow-up, is that we can do it here now and make a difference. These families really struggle of what the next step is. And it gives peace of mind to know that it's available here. And again, staying in the state, but also that I have a place to go that I love to go. And if you probably interviewed children at this clinic, they love to come here.
The need is great, and this is just the start.